and welcome back. I'm Chastity with Backwards KC Plants. I have a small unboxing today of begonias. Actually, it's fairly large, but that's for me to judge. Anyways, I have the unboxing of the begonias, and I have two Anthurium, and the Anthuriums do not belong to me. They belong to my sister-in-law, and she has Divine Plants and Creations. If you guys want to check her out, she also has a YouTube channel and everything, so any support is great for both of us. So to begin, this is from, I always call her my begonia dealer. I'm not going to give out names since this is who supplies for me and since I run a business. Anyways, I'm hoping I don't bore you, and I'm hoping I actually have things to say, but I don't know. I have not filmed for a while. I have had a few plants come in. I also have imports coming in shortly. I've been busy though with barrel racing, and I did a couple of shows. I did an Edmonton show, the YEG ROI show. Love that show. I hope to come back again in the fall. And then I did a couple of Lloydminster shows, and that was mostly pertaining to health and wellness. And the other one was Mystic Moonlight Madness, which is more based on readings and crystals and stuff like that. So it's been busy, and I haven't had a lot of sleep. And yeah, like, I mean, I work a full-time job, and then I come home and I do plants on the side. Plus, I still have to exercise my horses, look after all of them, etc. Oh, this one's so cute. Reminds me of the variegated rouge. So this was the Begonia, I'm gonna butcher the name, Conchifolia? I just love the little red dots. Super cute. I totally lost my train of thought after I saw it. I was talking about my own personal life anyways. And today we are in my living room because my dining room is still a disaster, and I have cases of plants and crystals laying all over, and there is literally no room for me to even film. Plus I have plants that I've been spraying. I did get the dreaded spider mites. It happens when your collection is that huge. So I've got a bunch sitting on my dining room table that are kind of away from everything, and then all my other plants are still in boxes. So trying out a new spray. I had tried it years ago and I didn't like it just because I can't stand messy looking plants, and that might have flickered because my living room lights just turned on. But anyways, I tried dish soap with sulfur, and it seems to be working, and it's working really fast, but it leaves like a residual on my plants, and that drives me AWOL. Like, if I get a plant that has damage, I honestly cut the leaves off. Like, I can't deal with it. I think it looks terrible. So I'm trying really hard to be positive about this. I guess if it gets rid of them faster than using Spider Mite Knockout, which by Dr. Doom, and it's honestly like, I find the Spider Mite Knockout on Anthuriums especially, it just destroys the leaves. My lights are really glitching today, so I apologize if it's going dark light, dark light. And I did not set up any extra lights either, because I'm trying to film this before my husband comes home. I'm not even looking at what these are. So this is Tiffany's plant. This is Anthurium Lux Cross Gigi. Oh, that's so cute. Hopefully she doesn't mind. But you guys are going to get to see her plants. It's really cute. I did not get any Anthuriums because I'm feeling like my house is maxed right out. I still have some plants that I need to purge, and it's really hard to find time. I would like to get out of philodendron and some of the monsteras. But then there's the side of me that's like, oh, I'll just hold on to this for a little bit longer. And I gotta stop doing that because I don't actually love them. And honestly, if you're not loving a plant, don't keep it because you won't look after it and then it's gonna look like crap. And I have some Hoyas that look like absolute crap. They've been neglected. And then the seller side of me, when I look at them, I'm like, you cannot post those. They look like absolute flipping crap. You're gonna look like the crappiest seller out there. So I also don't want that either. I want to have nice, good, healthy plants. So some of them I cut apart and I'm trying to nurse them back so they look good and I can actually sell them and be happy with the product that I'm selling. This is Begonia U038, which I believe is a cross. It's a hybrid. Okay, I lied. It's the Chlorosticta green. So I have had this one. Keyword had, and I murdered it real fast. So I am hoping that I can keep this little guy alive. He's already not happy. So he's gonna go on my tent right away. And they usually perk up by morning and look great. I'm gonna try to keep this organized so I actually don't lose track of what is what. So excuse me as I'm setting plants out everywhere. So I said in my other videos that begonias don't typically ship well. I send my begonias out to everybody, usually in domes. So I pre-warn everyone, your shipping may cost a little bit extra, but it's going to be worth it because I don't want to be refunding everyone. Like that takes a huge hit on me personally. And while, yes, I still keep the mother plants and stuff like that, it's still my time, my effort, my care, my fertilizers, my power bill. So I hope people understand that I would much rather just ship in a larger box so that they're domed and they arrive healthy. And honestly, knock on wood, all of mine have arrived, including the Muna, which I was super worried about shipping because I know that one can be finicky. It can look great one day and the next day it's not good. This guy looks really good. So this is a new one. And I got the first one that she's released. So this is a DS Bird of Paradise. I love begonias and the fact that they come in different colors. They all bloom. Sometimes I hate the blooms because they are messy, but honestly, it's better than just having an all green plant that does nothing. I mean, anthuriums will give you inflows, and I guess, yes, philodendron and everything too. They give little flowers, but they're nothing special, whereas I find begonia flowers are just so cute, and there's so many different kinds of begonias, and all the leaves are different, and so on and so forth, and I think they're a super underrated plant, and I've been collecting them for, I think I started in 2023, and there was nobody that had them at all. So it was really hard. I was driving to Edmonton and there was a store there called Wilderly. And I bought a few from there. And I also bought some from this lady. And this lady is like top notch. I've never been unhappy. And maybe somebody might recognize it by her packaging, but I apologize, but I don't want to give her name up. I want to keep her to myself. So this is another begonia. It's called Larvata. I have never had this one. Oh, I like the small little speckles. Okay, this is cute. Super cute. I don't know if you can see the speckling. Is that not adorable? I love that. So Begonia Larvata. The other thing that I really need to try out is hybridizing my own begonias, because like I said in my other video, I have talked to my supplier from Indonesia and he will not even attempt to send me begonias. Which I don't blame him, because like I just mentioned to you guys, I don't want to be replacing people's plants because that takes a hit on me as a plant business and that also sets me behind. But I also want to make things right and make sure that somebody also gets a plant. Because trust me, I've been on the receiving end of the plant dying. Actually, funny story, I got an order last week and it was from within Canada. And I can only receive Pure Later here. I do not like shipping with Canada Post and I am not a fan of FedEx. And they sent my order and did not notify me and I had no idea, and they sent it by FedEx and it went to the post office in Paradise Hill and it sat there all week. And I had 3 Scindapsus in there and a begonia, and the begonia is the only one that is happy. The Scindapsus, I had 1 fully rot. The other one is trying to rot. I have tried to cut it and save it and we'll see. And the other one is still, it's not looking good either, but I think I can save that one. So I've also had this begonia and I killed it, but I loved it. So I want to try it again. I think it was more on me. This guy is called a Begonia Dinhdni. So anyways, I reached out to this supplier and I said, hey, like, I had told you guys I can't receive FedEx and you guys ship them via FedEx, and my plants have arrived not in good condition. The begonia is totally fine, which is funny because they don't usually ship well, but the Scindapsus were not good and they were not fully rooted, and that annoys me because as a seller, when I'm selling my plants, if it's not rooted, I state that. And it's really, really rare that I ever sell anything that isn't fully rooted. I just have that. I want people to receive the plant and it's easy to care for. I don't enjoy sending a plant and it's like, oh yeah, it's partially rooted, so you get to spend, you know, the next 6 months trying to root it. I find it just easier, like, people can buy these and they can plunk them out in their living room and they can enjoy them. Unless it's a begonia and it requires high humidity. But either way, all my plants are fully rooted. And when I mean fully rooted, it's a whole container of roots. It's very, very rare that I sell something that is not super well rooted. And if it's not super well rooted, I put that in my disclaimer and say that it's not fully rooted. Whereas I find other sellers are like, they don't disclose it and they figure a little node or an active growth is fully rooted. And I find that terrible. This is another new begonia and I believe it is a new release to my seller. It was called New Party Girl. So when I reached out to the seller, they pretty much just ignored me, so I'm out my money. And I don't know about you guys, but when that happens, it does create a sour taste. I get things happen and, you know, but there was no communication, and I had said I can't receive FedEx, and it was a good thing that, you know, Paradise Hill post office even kept my box because they don't know who I am. So they called around our town to find out, and yeah, it ended up being me. And yeah, seller doesn't care, so I probably will not be back to support that business. Back to the begonias and happy stuff. New Party Girl. She's cute. And she seems happy. This is another begonia. This is called Gironella cross Nigritarum. I'm probably saying these totally wrong. So, but on the plus side, the begonia that I got was the variegated snow-capped. And I love it. It is gorgeous. And I cannot believe that it didn't throw a fit. And the Scadapsus did. But the begonia actually had quite a few roots on it. And the Scadapsus were not at all. So. Oh, it's like a little dwarf one. That is so cute. I'm hoping it picks up how like pink the outside is. It's adorable. I'm excited for these. I can't wait to grow them out and share them. I did do a purge on the begonia. Oh, what is it called? Begonia Growers and Collectors or something of Canada. So I will be posting some there, or you can join my Facebook page. I will, no, not page, group. I post more to the group. The group has more people in it. My page I created after my group, but I mostly post in the group all the sale plants. So I will have some in there. My begonias sell fairly quickly, so I'm trying to do restocks every couple of weeks, and I'm really trying now to get back on track with the videos. And back to my raw, unedited, where I stumble, say a lot, and, but hey, whatever. This is Tiffany's again. This is Anthurium Bess cross Forgetii. Is it Forgetii or Forgetii? I don't even know. These are big seedlings. Good on her. That's super cute. I'm curious if this one will fuse its sinus after. It looks fairly Bessier right now. But at the same time, you can kind of see like the lobes. They're almost like Forgetii. Those are cute. Tiffany will be happy. And this is my last one. That's crazy. Well, after I said that it wasn't many and then it was a lot, now I feel like it wasn't many. But that's good because my tent is running out of space and I had to move things late last night. And I'm trying to do an alocasia purge post too, so be on the lookout for that. I'll have that in the alocasia, I think in the Alocasia Club Canada page. I'm gonna do one there. I'm gonna have some regular ones that are not variegated, and then I'm gonna have some variegated ones, just whatever I have that's ready. Fully rooted too. Isn't that funny? I also am not huge on selling corms. I don't like it. Why? Because when you start dealing with variegation, I have bought some corms because some of the plants I can't justify spending $600 on. So I've taken, you know, a gamble on buying some corms. And let me tell you, corms, they're hard. You don't always get variegation. It doesn't matter how high a variegation your mother plant is. You're going to get a few that have none. And again, I don't like it. If I am to sell that corm and it goes to somebody and they get no variegation and they paid $100 for the corm, I feel obligated to either refund them or try to send them another one. So that's not me. You can try to sway me to sell a corm, and it's probably not going to happen because I want to see it first, and then I sell off of the value of the variegation. So if it's more reverted, I'm gonna sell it for probably 10 bucks. If it's got variegation, say i.e. Yucatan Princess, I'm gonna sell it for the value of it, which is, I've been selling mine for about $70. And if it's mid variegation, I'm probably gonna sell it for 50 or something like that. Oh my gosh. This is stunning. Wow. Oh. Wow, wow, wow. So this is Sierra Mountain King. Oh my gosh. Those leaves are massive. And I'm kind of curious because this looks more, well, it's cane. Some of the canes you can room acclimate, so I'm quite curious to know if I'll be able to room acclimate this one. I would love to have this hanging out in my living room with my Lucerna, and I believe it's called Tamaya, something like that. Again, correct me, I don't know everything, so yeah. Anyways, this is my begonia order, and I hope that everyone enjoyed my video. Please like and subscribe. Give me a follow. Come find me on Facebook. I'm always open to begonia trades or other trades. Like I said, I'm into alocasia, scindapsus, and anthurium. That's kind of what I'm trying to push myself in towards and just focus on them. I will keep a few philodendron, but not many. And I have a pile of syngonium. So if anybody is looking for syngonium here, hit your girl up. I'll sell you some and I'll give you a deal. Anyways, thank you again for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.